Welcome back. Today we have a really exciting one. Floors, countertops, walls, everything. Very large, beautiful home. We went directly over about 5,000 square feet of tile. Here, everything is sealed and primed, waiting for the final flood coat. And the only thing that could totally hammer this whole entire job is if you mess up one bucket. One bucket doesn't get mixed to ratio. One bucket doesn't get enough color. One bucket you don't mix the color off the bottom of the pail. So every bucket we need to mix our ratios accurately. Then we need to make sure we're mixing while our color goes in, that we're the 2-to-1 mix ratio. We're not confusing it with the 1-to-1 mix ratio from the earlier mixes, you know. And I mean, this is, we should be able to be really simple. This will go very fast. All of our time was prep, and now probably within an hour and a half we'll be out of it.
You mentioned yesterday.
We already have everything sealed and primed white, sanded, wiped back with acetone, and here comes our main money coat. Always working the edges first. We're using a really good liquid white pigment, so we get an amazing color block, and we're pouring this heavy, so we're going to have a sheet of glass on the floor. Just take your time, let that product flow right up into your baseboard. It's so much better than taping it off. If you were to tape that baseboard now, tomorrow you'd be in here trying to cut or peel blue tape out of your whole entire baseboard. Remember, the speed you pull the T-bar at has a lot to do with how thick the product goes down. So if you slow down, it'll really sink down into that and bring a lot of the product forward with you. And there is weighted and non-weighted T-bar heads. So I usually use a non-weighted T-bar head because I want to leave the product pretty thick. I'm not trying to spread it out as thin as I can. So we're going to have the same person drip it the same everywhere, and then the same person T-bar everything back over everywhere. And if you notice, I'm just trying to disrupt the veins just a little bit. We're still spraying it with alcohol as well, because we just want this to be a really subtle look in the end. So even this, we're going to definitely disperse a lot of this with alcohol. Take your time, try to walk back out of it. Make sure you're not leaving big spike marks or anything like that where you see tracks of your spike pattern, so be thoughtful where you walk. Now let everything kind of settle for a little bit and come in here and spray alcohol heavy. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol. It cools it off, it pops air bubbles, helps everything level. Here we are starting the wall epoxy. Mix it up, get it out of that bucket. It still has a cure time. The Dynacoat wall epoxy is amazing. Go directly over your tile.
But we're troweling in here now, and we're coming back and we're troweling in another couple of hours.
We do this all the time. It's an amazing product. You can finish it out just as smooth and fine as Venetian. You can do any sheen you want with it. Trowel directly over your old tile. It's important to kind of just get it on the wall and then start building it up, get your pattern in there, and then start working it with the knife. You can see it's smoothed out after the pattern's been put on the wall. And you can just keep working and massaging these lines in with your knife. So, you know, remember, you can kind of blade this and work it similar to a Venetian. But it is an epoxy, so totally watertight. There you go, Chad. He's one of the pros in this game. He's very good with walls. Chad Roberts. Oh, Willie on the sander. Willie's a badass. If you don't love Willie, then you don't know Willie. And he has those long arms, so he's reaching the tops of all these showers in here, working the corners.
are moving on to our countertops. I like to make things look difficult. Leave your tongue out. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, why my tongue's always out. Must be I'm thinking. I pour about 15 square feet per gallon, so if I have a 30 square foot countertop, I need 2 gallons on it. Remember that the best time to stop adding veins is as soon as you think it looks good. Don't go too far. Give it a little time to settle on its own and then torch it. You can torch it very directly. I do keep the torch away from the vertical surfaces. I don't go right on my edge or right on my backsplash. I think it's important that the same person does all of the veining on the entire kitchen. Just make sure you're thoughtful too, that you're not making like a windshield wiper pattern because that's how long your arm is or something. Try to be random, stand back, look at stuff. Here's a dirty pour right out of a dustpan. The one kind of thing that's super fun about dirty pours is you can just dump the color on a tray or something like this and it comes out so naturally. You can't really brush something that randomly. And I do like to light stuff on fire sometimes. Don't ever do this. I'm just explaining to children the risks of alcohol. Spraying alcohol, it's a really good way to just even out some of those already very faint lines, but you can really get everything to kind of flow with a little bit of alcohol. Be careful, don't mix it with a torch because it will light on fire. I love deglossing countertops, and nothing looks cleaner and more real to me than a deglossed countertop. We also finish it off with Diamond Shield. With Diamond Shield as a nano coating, it makes these countertops just impervious to any kind of staining or anything sticking to them. They're super temperature resistant, UV resistant. The Diamond Coat countertop epoxy is the best in the world for heat, temperature, abrasion. You can do all kinds of satin sheens like this, and it's thick enough to actually do that and give yourself that satin sheen if you want it without trying to put a sacrificial coating down. Between 5,000 feet of Diamond Gloss flooring epoxy, just over 500 square feet of the Diamond Coat Platinum countertop epoxy, and then you have all the, I think it was 7 showers with the Diamond non-sag wall epoxy is just amazing. I absolutely love how this whole job turned out. love the deglossed sheen on all the countertops. I like doing that even on floors a lot too. I personally believe in buffing and polishing of high quality epoxy floors, and that's impossible with most brands' products because they're too thin and don't really give you enough product down to do that. And with Diamond Coat's, all their countertops and flooring systems, it's amazing how much you can do by actually polishing and maintaining a floor so you don't have that something that just needs recoated every 2 years. Please hit the like, subscribe button, follow for more content, and thank you so much for watching today. I'm very excited. We have kind of a special edition coming up in our next video, and something we've been kind of holding for a while that we're finally going to be releasing. And we'll see you here in just a few days.